everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dylan Bennis and today we're playing Stellaris. This is going to be part 3 of the series. I think last time we left off with a little bit of construction of like corvettes, exploring our surroundings area, or surrounding areas, excuse me. So yeah, we're making some good progress. We have a lot to do. You know, we are really with our backs up against the clock at this point. We haven't really seen any, you know, other empires yet. We will soon. We have been, you know, kind of spreading out amongst the stars, and I'm sure that we will cross paths with someone bigger and badder than us very soon. So let me just take a look-see here. Okay, so we got our 2 scientist ships kind of cruising around. Let's see how much. Oh yeah, okay, so we'll kind of, before we make a decision about where we're gonna build our first outpost or starbase, or I believe it's starbase, right? Starbase, that's the word I'm looking for. Before we build our first starbase to go ahead and start expanding our empire, I want to make sure that we figure out where our closest enemy is first, because you want to get as close to them as possible right off the back, so that way you block them from moving towards you. Be the aggressor in this game. Move out, hold a defensive position that is strategically advanced, and that way later on in the game you don't have to worry about them coming from multiple areas. Such as, for example, let's say I had an enemy right here. By taking this location right here, I don't have to worry about them coming from, you know, over here or over here, compared to if I just snagged, like, let's say like right here. You know, they can come from over here, they can come all the way around and over. There's a bunch of ways they can go around to get you. So be smart about where you put your star bases at the beginning, because you can only, you know, have a limited amount. Now certain empires have an advantage because they will allow you to have more than just 3 to start off with, based off of, I think it's like your military, like something, I don't know, it's something along those lines that's going to allow you to have more star bases. But later on in the game, when you can have more star bases, then it's not such a big deal. But for now, we're going to wait just a little bit longer. Let's unpause, let the scientists do their thing. Let's look at, okay, so this is good. We almost have blue lasers, which is really going to be beneficial for taking on, you know, pirates, because honestly pirates is going to be the biggest threat that we have right at the beginning, and I'm actually surprised that we haven't ran into them yet. I think that maybe getting another corvette is not a horrible idea. I think that's going to be beneficial coming up here pretty soon. So let's see here.
Construction complete.
Oh good. Soul station. Good, so now we're getting some extra energy credits. Fantastic. Fantastic. So I'm thinking we're probably gonna run into someone down here. Maybe up here. It looks like this only goes to right here. I don't think that this connects, which is fantastic. It does connect right here, so it probably goes up and around or something like that. Come on. So yeah, 1590. That's pretty good. And you know, I was looking at one of my older videos, and I had said before that if it's less than 40% habitability, you couldn't colonize. That's not accurate. You can colonize with robots. I guess for some reason forgot about that aspect. So if you do find a habitable planet with say 22, you know, slots or planet size, you know, that has a ton of different resources there that you want, you can take that planet. You just can't colonize it unless you terraform it. Unless you, or excuse me, I did it again. You can colonize it with robots, but you cannot colonize it with your own species until you terraform it. That's what I meant to say. So, this is in the green. This is going to be worth it. Let's research it. Lots of researchable points. I mean, I'm all for research, but I really want minerals right now, because 18 mineral production is, oh, it's embarrassing at this point. So let's see. So let's look at the fleet customization real quick, just so you can, you know, have a little gander. I really just said gander. That's embarrassing. Okay. Ship designer. You're gonna click on Corvette, and then once you get into more advanced ships, you can change the type of, you know, if you wanted to have a large or small or medium type of weapon slots and utility slots. You know, I'm not really a huge fan of missile boats, but let's see if we have anything that can fit in there. I guess we could put a nuclear missile, but, you know, I think that for now, I think we're going to go with the red lasers. Or actually, we are just about to hit in 3 months blue lasers, so let's just wait before we start designing any crazy ships, huh? How about that? So we got a construction ship just kind of chilling here. I think that I am going to take this just because it has one habitable one right off the back. I can take another one later with robots. It's got a ton of minerals, which I love. 8 minerals, 10 energy. Yeah, that's probably going to be the one I take. Or... debris field. Fantastic. So there's even more minerals. We're going to go here. And then... because this is going to be good, because if I do run into someone down here, it's a nice little choke point. I don't have to worry about someone trying to sneak up into here. Are you almost done? Surveying. Okay. So, I don't think that this goes this way. So I'm going to leave these alone for now. And I'm going to work my way around this way. So I'm going to hold shift.
Research complete.
Survey system. Just to kind of get an idea of what's over here. So we got our blue lasers. Fantastic. Oh, this is huge. Okay guys, take note of this. If you can get your administrative AI right at the beginning of the game, I highly recommend doing so, because it's going to increase your research speed by, for example, 5% for the rest of the game. It's a passive research, so highly recommend you get your AI ASAP. Now you're gonna, as you research farther and farther into the game, you're gonna get more and more advanced AI, and it's just gonna make your research time just exponentially better. So I highly recommend you do that. Okay, let's see if we can build anything on the surface. Ooh, this guy's just about done. Let's go ahead and move him here and build a hydroponic farm. Get some food going. Because I'm pretty sure I explained this, but the more food you have, the more of a bonus you get to pop growth. I'm pretty sure I covered that, but just in case. Perfect. Okay. Oh, another possible planet. Wow, if I could get this one, that would be fantastic. I feel like there's a bug on me. There's always little flies and ants in my room. It sucks. Okay, so let's talk about this. You see this little fleet can be upgraded symbol right here? If you didn't know, now you know. You're going to go ahead and click on it. Click upgrade fleet. Costs a little bit of money. Costs us 70 units. Upgraded. But now, when I go ahead and look at my fleet, come on. You see their power. I should have looked at this earlier actually, so you could see the difference. But their power went up. And if you look at that, it's because they now have blue lasers equipped. So, now let's go ahead, go to the shipyard, and let's build another one. Now you're going to notice that it is more expensive now, because now they come with blue lasers. And if you go here to ship designer, you can see that these are on auto best, and they have blue lasers now. I don't know why it doesn't seem to want to use that. I mean, we get more damage, right? Yeah. It's more damage, more evasion. I mean, just a little bit. The question is, how much does it cost? Oh, it's only like a couple more. I don't know. For some reason, it doesn't like the reactor booster, so we're gonna leave it off. I feel like that would be, oh man, a good thing. So this turns out to be 25. So this will be habitable later. We'll fix that later. That's a 25 tiled planet. That's important. Oh wow, so this does connect through here. This is gonna open up all kinds of doors. Wow, 2 planets here. Holy moly, guys, there are a lot of habitable planets in this gameplay. Usually, you know, they're not so close. Like, look at that green, green, green. If there's another green one here, that's just some crazy luck. So we got a red, so that's unfortunate. Now we're scanning the but it's an Arctic world, so probably not gonna be in our favor because this one was a Savannah world, Arctic world. I think we're more of like a continental world species. So let's see what it pops out. Serving and also red. Well, you know, in all fairness, we did get 3 green planets. So, you know, what can you do? So this is what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna start moving out and about. Oh, look at that. This actually stops right here. That's fantastic. Wow, look at this, guys. You see, this is an excellent choke point. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different ways to move directional wise across, you know, the universe. That is a great example of a choke point. So if you see one of those, that's where you're going to want to try to, you know, get to ASAP, because that's going to control a lot of flow later in the game. So we're going to move our construction ship, or we're going to select him first, and then we're going to right click and we're going to build a starbase. Now look at this. It costs 100 minerals and 150 influence. That's going to be right up here. So I only gain 3 per month. So, you know, use it wisely. And another thing I want to just talk about real quick. The farther away your outposts you build from your current territory, which is marked by this big giant blue ring, it can be different colors based on your empire's colors, the more expensive it costs. So for example, if I was to go here, it'd be 75 units. Here, oh, I gotta re-click it again, my bad. It's 150. Let's just say, for example, I wanted to go way out here. Oh, I'm on the wrong guy. That's what I want. Build out. Oh, it's not fully surveyed yet. Anyways, it would cost more money because it's farther away from our territory. So usually I will try to slowly work my way out just because it costs less over time, because, well, it doesn't actually cost less. You just, while you're building your outpost, you're accumulating, you know, new influence. So, you know, by the time you build an outpost here, you've kind of, you know, gained a couple more during the time that's passed. So is it better to go 1, 2, 3, 4, slowly make your way out, or just jump right to where you want to go? It's kind of up to you and how you want to play. I personally like to grab a lot of land right away and not grab a lot of territory, aka where all the blue goes, because it slows down my research right off the bat. But I like to have that, you know, that grab. So, you know, I think that with 11 minerals, 10 energy credits, and 3 physical science, or physics science, yeah, physics, I think it's worth it. So we're gonna right click, build outpost, and now is where we start to have some fun. So not looking so good over here. Not looking so good over here. I think that it might be an appropriate time to build 1 more Corvette. We have a decent amount of minerals and a decent amount of energy credits. So let's build a Corvette. And let's go ahead, let's get a Admiral. Now, usually I wait until the pirates get here to go ahead and assign it. But, you know, we have a pretty good amount of energy credits right now. So I'm going to do it now so that way I can kind of talk about it a little bit and not be pressured by the pirates. So to get a leader, you are clicking on the assign leader. You need to recruit one because, well, you don't have any on your payroll. And then you're going to go down here. You're going to look at all these wonderful people that are trying to be admirals for your fleets. Now, it's important to take into note their age because, you know, I would say that you really want the youngest person, because the youngest person is obviously going to No, I shouldn't say that. The youngest person is more likely to live longer. Now, sometimes, stuff happens and the younger person contracts, like, some horrible disease and he dies suddenly. So that is possible, but usually that's not the case. Now, it's also important to look at their skill and also their traits. So, for example, this guy's weapon range is an extra 20%. That is fantastic. This guy has an emergency FTL, combat disengagement rate, and this is the same. So I'm going to tell you guys right now, having more weapon range is a no-brainer. No-brainer. And he's the youngest. I like that. So we're going to recruit.
Anomaly found.
Oof. Very hard difficulty. I'm going to leave that be for now. And you see he's available. So just because we recruited him doesn't mean he was automatically sent there. He's just waiting, on the space capital to be deployed or something. I don't know. So you're going to left click on him. Now he's been deployed. And I'll show you once I have a couple how to switch them around just in case you run into any issues when you're playing. So now, cool. We have, military power. It went up just like a little bit when you have, a guy like this. It gives you an extra 3% fire rate for each skill level. So as our skill levels go up, and you'll see them slowly rise as they shoot and kill more stuff. Ooh, okay, he's all done. Okay, so I want to see what's over here. So that's where we're gonna go next. Survey, 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 and survey. And you can bet that I'm taking that, because once I have this and this, nobody is coming from like this direction at all. Alright, and then if I can snag that, I'll have all these saved for me, so I don't have to worry about another empire coming in snagging them while I'm trying to grow my massive fleet. Okay, so planet has no clearable blocks that are hindering glass. Oh, it does have clearable blocks. So let's go ahead and get this one because I want the minerals. Ooh, wow, look at that. It's kind of a funky angle. It looks like it goes off to this one too. So this might not this might not be a, I don't know, it's hard to tell. I'm pretty sure that goes to there, and which is probably going to go to there. But we'll see. Oh, wow, look at this, guys. Huh. So, now that I've seen this, it doesn't look like this is such a great point after all. Because if this just stops right here, and this does go off, that would mean that this is going to be your strategic point. Because, they have to go either through here, or depending on if this connects to anything else over here, we don't know until it gets closer. But I'm going to say as of right now, this is no longer our priority strategic location. It's going to be actually over here. But you don't know. We don't know. If this breaks off over here, I might still snag that. We don't know. So let's go ahead. Let's pick up the pace. I feel like we're kind of dragging right now. You guys are probably like, shut up. God, you just talk the whole time. Well, that's the point of this video. Oh, good. Traditions available. So we can either do assist or research alternatives. Now, I'm pretty sure I explained to you guys that getting this maxed out right at the beginning is huge. So we are going to do research alternatives. Boom. There we go. Now, take a gander at this, guys. We have just expanded our territory. Yay! Now, the disadvantage is, you see how it says 2 systems plus, or red plus 1%. That means that there is a negative 1% applied to our research. Yeah, so that's why I try to minimize at the very beginning my expansions to only places where it's going to benefit me more than disadvantage me. So we're going to go in here. Look at all these pretty places we just got. So I want minerals. So what we're going to do is build a mineral point here, because this one gets 2, one for them and one for them. And then I want you to build another one here, and then here, and then here. Alright, and that way we're gonna get our mineral production way up, and that is gonna accelerate our growth by an astronomical amount. You hear that? Astronomical. Not only was that a big word, but it sounds like spacey because it's like astronomy, astronomical. I don't know. I just thought that was kind of funny. I know I'm lame. Let's see. So everything is looking good over here. We're probably not gonna need more food, so I'm gonna move them to like populate this section. This is in the green. Let's research. And as you can see here, my scientists are already at a 3 out of 5, which is fantastic because that increases the research speed.
Complete.
I think it does your research speed and adaptability, whatever the heck that means. And this guy is also at research speed +6. So that's cool. Okay, guys. Ooh. So by adding that tradition that gave us additional research alternatives, it's allowing us to see 3 different researches now rather than just 2, which is pretty huge. I'm going to tell you guys right now that I want the minerals because this is going to last me the entire game. And also, you know, it gives me some army damage, which isn't really that huge right now. It probably won't even be huge for, well, a long freaking time. But the minerals is really what I'm going for here. So, oh wow, look at that. So, while conducting surface scans of his R5 science officer Robert Lee Roix and the crew of the UNS Einstein, wow, the Einstein, discovered what appears to have been an artificially carved slab of rock covered in alien writing. They have not detected any other signs of alien activity on the planet, and exactly how this mural came to be here is a mystery. We have prepared a special project to translate the text. Fascinating.
Situation log updated.
So, like I said, I think minerals is the way to go. Hold points is nice too, but you see how much that's going to take? 1,000? Whew, that's a lot. This is only 505. It's going to be way faster, and we're going to get more minerals. So, we're going to do that instead. So, that thing that just popped up is going to go under my situation log. Oh wow, look at that. So we got an extra 50 unity because we built 4 mining stations. So, like I was telling you guys, that's where... Oh, we just completed it, so I guess that's why it's gone. Well, oh well. Well, this was under one of these little sections, but we completed it, so now it's gone. But we get 50 unity. Okay. Y'all just sneaking up on me, no biggie. So, translatable... or translate alien mural. So if you ever like are looking for these and you don't know where they are, just do track on map and then it'll click, and if you still can't find it, you can just click go to and it'll take you right to the planet.
Updated.
A new ruler has been elected. Oh good. Consult the situation log for details of the mandate. Okay, so once you have a new person in charge or whatever, you're going to click on situation log, and he's also a minor mandate. So that means if we build 4 stations, we're going to get 50 to 1,000 unity. Obviously, these are pretty small, so that's probably why we're only getting the 50s. So, but that's easy because we're going to build these literally like anyway, so it's cool. Oh, green research. Wow, look at that. All kinds of stuff to research over here. A little bit of that. Pretty. That's I like when I find planets, or excuse me, systems like this. You know, they have, you know, not just, you know, one thing. Okay, let's go. But they have a couple of different, you know, benefits to being there. And this is probably going to be in mineral. Or maybe if it's physics, that'd be awesome, because then I could get a little bit of everything. It'll literally be a system with a little bit of everything. That's rare. Why aren't you doing more? Okay. So, we need to make a decision here. Do we want to go down, or do we want to go around? And I think the wise decision is to go down. Why? I'm not sure. Wait, why is this, Why aren't you researching? requires a sign. Okay, did I miss something? Situation like. Huh. I don't know what happened to our scientist that was on the ship. I don't know. That's weird. Okay, so we're going to recruit another one. So research speed or that or that. So none of these really apply that much. So I'm just gonna go with the youngest. So they can live a long time. Fantastic. So I want you to finish surveying the system. And then I want you to research projects are like these big bad boys right here. So we're not trying to do the anomalies. That's right here. That's a really high anomaly level. It'll take forever. This doesn't really matter what level you are. Just certain levels aren't allowed to work on it. So for example, this one right here, we just have to have a level 1 scientist, which is exactly what our new scientist is, level 1. So it makes perfect sense to have her do it while she's there. He's getting ready to kind of move around here. I think that this is gonna just be by itself, and we could just kind of check out all of this beautiful little section here. Might not be a bad time to get a third scientist. That way I could start spreading one up this way. Yeah, you know what? I think that's what I'm gonna do. When you're starting off in the game, you want to see everything ASAP. It's only gonna help you. So let's do that. Let's build. Oh wait, let's go to you spaceport. Let's build a science ship. That way we can send a scientist up over here.
Complete.
Oh, good. So she's gonna translate the mural. Wow. We've traced the unusual electromagnetic radiation emanating, that's the word, from Ibeline B2 to a secret subterranean bunker hiding a mega computer the size of a battleship. Now researchers suspect that it may have been there for several thousand years, hard at work solving a single very complex problem, the nature of which still eludes us. When the crew attempted to interact with the computer, they discovered that the facility, which had appeared both abandoned and unguarded, was in fact operated by a security AI, the highest purpose of which seems to be frying its visitors alive. As the crew defeated the AI, it broadcasted a message to an unknown recipient. That's not good. So we can either scrap it, get 100 minerals, use it to boost our own research. Keep AI maintain the. This requires that we keep the AI maintain the facility offline and will cause the computer to break down within the foreseeable future. 120 engineering research plus 10. Wow. Well, it's only 120 months. Let it continue its mysterious calculations. You know, with these, there really isn't a right answer. Like you're just kind of guessing. I don't really need the minerals, so I kind of want to do the research, but let's let it do its thing because it looks important. So she's translating the mural. That's cool. My dogs are running around like crazy people.
Construction complete.
Alright, so we got another science ship. So we're going to assign another leader, which means we have to recruit another leader. So survey speed plus... Oh yeah, see now for scientists, if you find someone with the survey speed, you recruit that person ASAP. So we are going to move over here and start working our way up into this. Because I want to know what's over here. So the good news is this didn't open up. Ooh. A new faction has recently been gaining traction in the internal political landscape of the United Nations of Earth, led by Governor Nuru Mabajamwa, whatever that is. They call themselves the Freedom Council. Their members work for equality and justice for all their denizens. of our empire. Why not citizens? I don't know. A disgruntled faction will be the source of trouble, but one that approves of the government's actions could prove useful. So, this is where we get into factions. Factions are great. I love factions because if you can make them happy, which you can see over here that they are all green, and these are all the things that either piss them off or make them stoked. So he likes it when an elected government, well, they like it when you have an elected government. The ensuring the free movement of pop, so we don't restrict anyone's movements. We allow people to procreate as they see fit, and we don't have a caste system. So this guy loves us, or these people. There's only 6 pops that like us, or that are in this faction, but their happiness is over 65%. So we get an additional 3 influence from the happiness of this faction. So that's awesome. So now instead of getting 3 a month, we get 6 a month, which is going to make our expansions much faster. So, special project completed. Science Officer Paige Knotts has managed to partially translate the alien mural discovered on Hyzar 5. It is a memorial for an extinct alien race that once maintained a small interstellar empire in this region of the galaxy. They were apparently... Oh jeez, I'm tired, guys, I'm sorry. They were apparently exterminated by the creators of the mural, a fact that they seem to regret. Given that the mural has been dedicated to be in excess of 300 million years old, it is likely that its creators are also extinct by now. Perhaps most interesting of all is the material that the mural was made of. Despite its age, it's in remarkably good condition. Amazing. Oh, we get some research for it. That is fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, so she's all done. Let's start checking out what's down here, because I am curious. Ta-da. So cool. Scientists are gonna go check out all that. I should have checked out these two, because once pirates start popping up, I feel like they always pop up in these sections, and you can't go there until you have a scientist go there, it seems like. So, oh my gosh, it's already been 30 minutes. That's supposed to be the time of the video. Okay, so real quick before I go, I guess we didn't really cover anything too different from the last one. We did take our first little bit of territory, which is a huge first step. We did make another science ship, which is, good, because now we can explore at, 33% faster, I guess, if it's, 1 and 1, 1, 3. I think that's really gonna help us check out all of what's over here. This guy's gonna check out all over here. I might make a 4th one, which I've never done before. I usually stick to 3, but seeing as how we have this massive amount of space over here still to explore, and he's kind of chilling, probably gonna check out all this area, I think it might not be a bad idea to make a 4th one, because if I can, get way out here to grab a choke point, like let's say for example right here, because there's an empire right here, if I can grab that choke point, I just secured all this land for myself. So I don't know. It's kind of risky because it's way out there, so if they get attacked, or right here, if they get attacked, you're kind of in a bad spot. But, I think it's worth the risk, guys. You really, need to grab land, because otherwise you got to go to war for the land, and it just takes a lot of time and, resources, and it's just a headache. So I think that's where we're going to stop the video for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you have any questions, or want to talk about some strategy with me, I'm more than happy to. Just comment down below. I'll try to get back to you as quick as I can. And if you want to see more videos just like this, make sure you subscribe and click on that bell button, so that way anytime I post a new video, you're alerted right away. But anyways, thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a great day.